Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod. I'm here to talk about the Challenge USA Season 2, Episode 11, titled Slippery Business. This was a weird episode title. Like all of the other episodes this season have been titled after something referencing US history. Struggle to understand what US reference Slippery Business is for. Maybe it's Paramore's hit Misery Business, or the big KY Jelly stock market crash of 2008. But before I dive in, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe. It means a lot to me to have some support. So let's dive in. Last week there was a double elimination. Chris took out Wes and Cassidy sent home Alyssa. So there are 12 players left. Cassidy and Chris entered triumphant. Chris tells us that his targets moving forward are Tyler and Fessy. He says it's him versus the world, and Cassidy feels alone as well. Tyler proclaims that he's kicking off his underdog story. You can't just announce that you're going to kick off your underdog story. But just in case, Reality Art Pod is officially announcing that we are kicking off our underdog story. Challenge USA mystery man and background character Corey wants to stack up an alliance of strong females. He FaceTimes with his kids and gets emotional. So I told myself he's either winning this challenge or going home this week. At the challenge, they'll be playing Slippery Business. They'll be getting oiled up and trying to push their opponents out of the ring. Last man and woman standing will be the winners. It's pretty straightforward. The boys are up first, and they obviously objectify them with gratuitous oiling themselves up shots. The editing of this was super weird. I feel like if it was on TV, it would have had Bomb Chicka Wah Wah music because they're getting all oiled up and it's in slow motion. But the music that they chose is Scooby-Doo sneaking around in the hallway with a ghost tiptoeing behind him music. Michaela shouts out, "Italian stallions!" Why? Fessy bounces his pectorals and they put a dribbling basketball sound effect for it. This combined with them being all covered in what looks like popcorn butter is really gross. Bananas caresses himself, and the ladies really get a kick out of all of this. The challenge begins, and the men instantly target Chris and gang up on him. Cassidy doesn't like it and can kind of see her future coming up. Michaela thinks that the men are cowardly for targeting Chris, and Chris is eliminated first. Then they all gang up on Tyler. Banana sacrifices himself to get Tyler out of the ring, and they're both out. Fessy, he doesn't push Josh's butt cheeks, he fully shoves his hand up Josh's ass. The way that if someone pushed me in this way, I would turn around and slap them in their face. So after his full cavity search from Fessy, Josh is eliminated from the competition. The final two are Fessy, the booty inspector, and Corey. Corey ends up winning the challenge, and the crowd goes wild. The women go, and la-di-da dopey music plays as they all oil up. This music choice also is just so weird and random. In the women's heat, they all gang up on Tori first. Michaela shoves Tori's face and could have really broken her nose. Tori ends up being out first, and the ladies are wrestling for real. There's body slams. Michaela ends up eliminating Michelle. Desi drags Cassidy out of the ring. The final is Michaela versus Chanel. Tori says it reminds her of WrestleMania, and it really does. This is good TV. It starts raining out of the blue. Michaela flips Chanel out of the ring and wins the challenge. The ladies all group hug at the end, and it's a perfect example of great sportsmanship. Michaela feels like in order for her to win, people who have done finals before need to go. Chanel and Desi meet up for their weekly Call Michaela Selfish committee. Michaela joins in and tells them that she wants to nominate Tori. She says that she feels like if they don't try to get Tori out now, then they're just letting her slide to the end. And in my opinion, Michaela is right. There's no point in playing out of fear. Play to win. In the nominations, Michaela wants to take a risk and she floats Tori's name by Corey. Corey is not down. Corey wants Cassidy nominated. Their conversation gets heated. Michaela ends up catching herself getting frustrated and cooling down. They end up settling with Tyler and Cassidy as the nominations. Michaela lets Corey pick the girl who goes in if she can pick Tyler and do Chris a favor. After the nominations, Corey tells Tori that Michaela wanted to target her. The vets decide to make it a guy's day in a bigger plan to get revenge on Michaela. Johnny Bananas does a toast, and they are turning the house into the club. They're drinking. Josh falls off his chair. Cassidy and Michelle make out. Tori upside down twerks her booty into Cassidy's face. The vet guys scheme to put all their votes on Chris, hoping that Tyler will take him out. Michaela tells Cassidy she's trying to make it a girls' elimination, which she hates because she doesn't want to go into the elimination. They start escalating. Cassidy tells Michaela she's emotionless, and Michaela walks away. Michaela campaigns to Chris to help her make it a girls' elimination. Obviously, he's down for this, so it won't be him. So I think that she's wasting her time talking to the wrong person. The Survivor girls, Michelle, Chanel, Desi, and Michaela, meet up to discuss the same thing. They all want to vote for Tori. Michelle is on the fence about this plan because now she has to pick a side between the vets and the survivors. Short term, it would be good for her to side up with the survivors because I think she has a better chance of getting to the end and actually winning the final if she goes with the Survivor girls. But long term, if you're trying to be on the challenge main show for a long time, it's probably best not to make an enemy out of Tori, Johnny Bananas, Josh, Fessy, and Corey. So we get to TJ revealing the votes. Tori has 3, which Desi points out means Michelle didn't vote for Tori. Chanel has 1, and Chris has 6. Chris ends up being hopped. The elimination is called barrel tag. TJ says that this game is just like regular tag, but it's just not. There's going to be 2 rounds. In each round, one of them will be the chaser, and whoever catches the other person with the quickest time is the winner. And that's not really the rules of tag. Up front, I'd give the advantage to Chris. I think whoever could just move these barrels the quickest has the advantage in this challenge. So Tyler is first to chase Chris. Tyler gets closer. Chris starts throwing barrels at him, which isn't very effective, but they did get a few extra barrels to, I guess, throw at the other person. I don't know what the producers really wanted them to do with the barrels, honestly. But Chris is now the chaser. Chris is standing and Tyler is crawling on the barrels, which makes Chris just faster. This elimination was kind of boring. I hate eliminations that are based on their time and announced later. As a viewer, I'm always skeptical on who's keeping the time. Like, I know there's most likely no funny business about the time reporting, but I'm still skeptical about it, and you can't stop me. But in this case, I'm not skeptical about it. I fully believe that Chris beat Tyler in this elimination. So Unstoppable Chris wins yet another elimination, and Tyler is the last BB rookie to be eliminated. So I'm fully expecting them to start targeting the Survivor rookies next. Either that, or they really do turn the tables on the vets next week, but I don't know. I don't really see that happening. And we have to say goodbye to Tyler, who, I'll be honest, I really don't like Tyler on Big Brother. His 2 seasons of Big Brother for me left a bad taste in my mouth because he was always aligning with people who I didn't want to win. So it's not like I don't like Tyler. And this go round was fine. This is probably the most likable that he's been on his appearances. He didn't do anything that I hated, which I appreciate. But overall, he was just there. A big part of the season was his showmance with Alyssa, which I guess brought a lot of entertainment value as far as house drama goes. I didn't think that showmance was terrible TV, and I think they actually had chemistry unlike the other showmans. I think the fact that they edited him to be Alyssa's savior really gave him a hero story that I feel like we're going to see continued on further seasons. Like, I can definitely see him back for the Challenge USA, and I could really see him coming back to the main show. And I wouldn't hate it. I say give him another chance, which really means that I've come a long way on Tyler. So that's all I have to say about this episode. I know this video was a little bit tardy, but I'm going to Disney on Friday, which means I'm pushing myself to be uploading the video for next week on Thursday night. Subscribe to my channel. There's a button on the bottom right, so you won't miss that video. Right now, I'm also covering Survivor and Big Brother, so expect those videos later in the week as well. I'm going to be working my butt off, but don't tell Fessy I said the word but. He might want to subscribe to my channel. Anyways, have a nice week. Bye.